Ah, look at that. We're live for another Joe Keen Adventure Hour. This is Monday, July 13th, 2026. Hello to X Rumble BitChute. Hello to Bot. Hello to the chat. Hello to everybody else.
Greetings.
Yeah, hello, George. We stream every night because the stories are real, but the news, they happen to be fake.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And we love fake news.
Yeah.
We're a big fan of it.
Yeah.
We support fake news.
Yeah, we surf on the sea of fake news.
And you know what? We love you, fake news.
Fake news.
We love you long time.
Love you long time. Fake news. All right, and before we jump in, be sure you get your copy of The Immortal Mass, a 200-page graphic novel, on sale now on my website, Dinales.com, CriticalBlast.com, and Amazon.com.
Yep.
Many.coms. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, this is from Stern Drew. Let's see who this gentleman is. 10-plus year in commodities, data-driven. Retweets does not equal endorsements. So he's following nobody, but he has 35.8 thousand followers.
Uh-oh.
Right. So what does Stern say? CIA just admitted that Bitcoin is a surveillance tool. CIA General Counsel.
CIA thinking about Bitcoin.
Well, just like law enforcement, I guess, we are excited as well because, as you know, people may have thought Bitcoin was anonymous, but I'd say it's pseudonymous, right? It's not truly anonymous. And there's a lot of work that we do with law enforcement, obviously, to try to track, illicit crypto payments by bad actors. I mean, look, bad actors, whether they're drug cartels or terrorist groups or,
wait.
Outlaw regimes.
You say drunk cartels or drug cartels?
Drug cartels.
Okay. That's too bad, because it would have been interesting if they were drunk cartels.
Well, they're also drunk by default.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Use cryptocurrency, but they used other tools as well, right?
They use dollars in cars.
Yeah, right. They used toner cartridges for their printers, right? It doesn't mean we say we should ban all of those, right? No, I mean, look, Bitcoin is here to stay. Cryptocurrency is here to stay. As you know, more and more institutions are adopting it, and I think that's a great trend, and one that this administration has obviously been leaning forward into. It's another area of technological competition where we need to make sure the United States is well positioned against China and other adversaries. We need to make sure that we are a leader in these fields internationally and not a laggard. And there's, as tremendous potential for law enforcement and intelligence community to be able to, use cryptocurrency to help track what our adversaries are doing and disrupt it.
One of the things I always am shocked by is people talk about it as a tool for the bad people,
right?
But also it could be a tool for the good people as well, right? And so whether it's Bitcoin or stable coins or anything else, CIA has a lot of payments probably that are going all over the world, as do many large organizations. And so is that how you guys kind of use as a framework for all of technology? Is like it can be a tool or it can be a weapon against us, and we want to be good at using it, but also understand how our enemies are using it against us?
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned, right, we use technology as a tool, right? And Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are another tool in the toolbox. Mm-hmm. It's also a target, right? So it's something we can use we can disrupt our adversaries' use of it, and we can use these technologies to collect more intelligence, to gather more information about them. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think in that respect, Bitcoin is actually very similar to other sort of advanced technologies, and one that we have to prioritize. And again, it goes back to there's a little bit of a generational shift, and a cultural shift going on that Director Ratcliffe and I are leading the way on at CIA right now. Of not everyone in the government is has these attitudes around new technologies, right? People are sort of trapped in older mindsets sometimes. We have to break through that and realize, this isn't just this idea that cryptocurrency is for people with something to hide. That's just not right.
You sound like the in-house Bitcoiner.
Yes, Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin. No, we just, Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. Yeah, forget what we ever said. We made bullshit up. We translate Japanese name into what this means, but it means nothing.
Yes, Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. All right, breaking number 1. A tourist was seriously injured after a bison tossed them about 8 feet into the air in Yellowstone National Park. The attack was captured on video by photographer Mike McLeod. So here's the bison. Should walk, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep walk. No, don't do it. Don't do it. He did it.
And just like that, the bison won, human 0.
Yeah, because look. I found you, human. Whoopsie. Doom. Yeah, this was real.
Yeah.
The older gentleman shouldn't have taken his picture. He was like, "Yo, bro, little
Just want
privacy."
your picture, bro.
Yeah,
What's your damage, man?
yeah.
I just want to take a picture. I just want a selfie with you, bro.
Yep. Maze, this was Lindsey Graham 2 days ago in Kiev after meeting with Zelensky.
I'm pleased to announce, as of about 30 minutes ago, we've reached agreement with the White House on a version of the Russian sanctions bill that they will support. It means it's going to become law. So when I get back to Washington, I'm going to go with Senator Blumenthal to the Republican and Democratic leader to see if we can find time to move this Russian sanctions package that would give tools to President Trump to help end this war. I'm pleased to announce.
Well, that explains everything.
So there you go. That's what President Trump will talk about Thursday.
Yeah, that explains everything. Poor bastard.
All right. Kylie Jane Kramer. With Senator Lindsey Graham passing, South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster will appoint an interim U.S. Senator to fill the immediate vacancy. There is no legal deadline for him to make the appointment, but once he does, he has 5 days to formally call a special election. Incorrect. And the incorrect is your presentation of it. He has to already go and call for a special election in parallel to setting up the vacancy to the seat. Because Senator Graham had already secured the public Republican nomination in June primary, there is now 2 separate progresses underway: an interim appointment to fill the current Senate vacancy and a special Republican primary to choose a new GOP nominee for November general election. If necessary, a runoff would also be held. These are separate processes, so the interim appointee and the eventual Republican nominee could be the same person, but they don't have to be. Governor McMaster has been one of the President Trump's earliest and strongest political allies, so this vacancy is not expected to change the Republican control of the seat. Given that Senator Graham was a co-sponsor of the Save American Act, really, McMaster will be likely looking for an interim appointee who supports President Trump's first legislative priority and can maintain continuity in the Senate. Really? George?
Okay. That's a very short time period.
Yeah.
It's like somebody's in a rush.
Yeah. Governor Henry McMaster, my statement on the passing of Senator Lindsey Graham. Peg and I and our children are devastated. Lindsey Graham is irreplaceable, the fiercest of fighters for South Carolina and America, and a loyal and steadfast friend. We grieve with Darlene, his family, and his devoted staff. May God hold him gently in the palm of his hand. We shall not see his likes again.
Yep.
Wow. I don't know how to take that. That sounded more like somebody dismissive of a criminal than a senator. White House, President Trump, Senator Lindsey Graham, one of the greatest people and senators I've ever known, is dead. He was always working and was a true American patriot. Lindsey will be greatly missed. Details and arrangement to follow. So sad. President Donald J. Trump.
Yep.
Sad, George. Sad. All right. And then we start with the conspiracy theories, George. Conspiracy. Yep. All right, man. Clint Russell. Okay, get your tinfoil ready. Graham inspected a drone factory in Ukraine yesterday. Russia blew up that facility today. Then tonight, it is announced that Graham is dead from a sudden illness. No more details. I say there's a decent chance that Russia blew up Lindsey Graham. July 11. Yesterday, U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham visited Ukraine to assure Zelensky the support of the United States. The warmonger was shown a secret drone manufacturing facility in Kiev. While this facility no longer exists after strikes by Russian MODs without warning, 6 missiles struck in 2 manufacturing facilities in Kiev region. The Rumod from firm strikes on the drone site, which started a huge fire. None of the Russian ballistic missiles were shut down. Lindsey Graham is no longer in Ukraine. Let me ask a question. Would you be taking picture of a secret drone facility in the middle of a war?
There you go.
Yeah. Joey, Lindsey Graham just the other day said he was going to check right now on Mitch McConnell. Ominous phasing right as well.
McConnell, how is he doing? Have you heard anything?
No, I'm going to go check right now with my office. And
okay.
Hoping and praying he's doing well, but I'm going to check just right now.
Is there a contingency plan if for some reason his health? McConnell, how is he doing? Have you heard anything?
No, I'm going to go check right now with my office. And
okay.
I'm going to check right now in my office, but I had a month to do so.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know? Yeah. You know. Washington Post is from Steve Lukiner. Emergency medical service received a call around 8:30 p.m. for a person suffering chest pain at Capitol Hills, owned by Graham. According to the audio, about 25 minutes later, emergency personnel says that CPR was in process, and the man at the house was suffering from cardiac arrest. Huh. Interesting. And remember, we need some proof of life here.
Yep. That's him. I believe it.
Yeah. Also, Maverick Alexander, Jeopardy X.
Let's try fake conservatives for $800, Alex.
This South Carolina congressman has never heard of a war in the Middle East. He didn't want to fund. Also, he's a bit of a pole smoker and has a woman's name.
Easy money, Alex. Who is Lindsey Graham?
Bingo. Lindsey loves raw tube steaks and subverting the Constitution.
George?
I don't know why Alex Jones is there.
Guys,
He's not running for office.
who said I could be running for my local office? Wouldn't that be funny if he does run for an office?
Yep.
Inside paper, former Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani, has died at the age 74, around the same time as Lindsey Graham. Odd coincidence.
Yep.
Also, here's another odd coincidence, right? Breaking: former Iranian President Murad Admin Injirad is reportedly under house arrest after Iran Secret Service uncovered his secret contacts with Israelite intelligence.
Oh, wow.
Huh. You know, it's kind of crazy, you know? Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what to say. Speaking of which,
One sec, what do you say to that situation? You say
proxy state, traitor, Manchurian candidate.
Yeah, those are movie terms. I'm thinking more reality.
Okay.
More like nanu.
So, Robert Respond 47, I recommended to Governor Henry McMaster, Lindsey Graham's wonderful sister, Darlene, to serve as interim senator from the great state of South Carolina. This would be a fabulous tribute to Lindsey, who loved her dearly. President Donald J. Trump. Oh, isn't that sweet? Get Lindsey's sister, Darlene, to be the senator.
Oh, that's nice.
Huh. Jeremiah Johnson. This is from R. Bewitch the Republicans. Dumbest bitch. This has to be fake, but let's read it because it's so hilariously funny as well. Do not face Mitch McConnell alone when astral projecting. Today, when I was astral projecting, I summoned Mitch McConnell to try and weaken him so our hexing spell could work better. He's so fucking powerful, this turtle. I'm not at a power level to do this alone. I barely escaped with my life, and now I'm spiritually injured to a great amount, but I think I'll make it. I can't imagine what he would do to a new, unsuspecting witch. I'm so scared I will have to face him again so soon if I ever want to continue astral projecting. I'm currently burning healing incense and drawing spiritual energy from my crystal to try and heal as quickly as possible. Please be safe, everyone. Mitch McConnell is so much stronger than I imagine, and we'll have to do this together if we want to slay the creature known as Mitch McConnell, the turtle.
Oh, boy.
Hmm.
You know, I'm really sad for the turtle.
Yeah.
I really am.
Yeah.
I mean, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, the guy deserves better. He did a lifetime of service to the country.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone gives a fuck about, you know, which side of the aisle he is in.
Yeah.
He just, you know, he gave his life to service.
Yeah.
You got to respect it. And don't fuck with him. You know, the guy, give him some dignity. Fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
We'll give him with all due dignity, unless we find him as a traitor. Then
you know, that only comes with, you know, investigation and charges and conviction. Until then, you know, the tried old true saying in America is, you know,
you're gonna be guilty
innocent until proven guilty. Until then, he deserves all the dignity and the respect
Right.
that he, comes
Yeah.
with his station.
Exactly. That being said, George.
Yeah.
It's funny that they can announce Lindsey Graham's death pretty easily, but we're still waiting to see Mitch McConnell if he's still alive.
I'm telling you, if Ted Cruz just goes up and says, "I'm taking over Mitch's place," prove me wrong.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it takes,
Prove me wrong.
Okay. Everything Mitch voted for, I vote against. Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh, you say Mitch is alive? Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Bring him before me.
I bet you. The moment that starts happening, they're going to wield out Mitch McConnell in that Captain Pike's wheelchair. You know, the one where it beeps. Yeah. Senator Mitch McConnell, you're alive. Beep.
Yeah.
Are you here to work? Beep. Do you need help getting up here?
I can hear the arena music right now.
Yeah. This is from the Clash report. We talked about this a little bit previously, but I want to bring in a timeline, right, George?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are saying that it's Russia that killed Senator Graham and all that stuff, and there's conflicting report that he died in D.C., he died in Kiev, and the government doesn't lie to the American people, right? The American government tells the truth, the absolute truth, of nothing but the truth, right? So here's a timeline. Remember when Trump went to Turkey and Turkey president gave him that, big welcome, and he's like, I love Turkey. I don't like natives. I don't like those guys because they suck, right? Well, Senator Graham was going to Zelensky, and one of the things that they dangled in front of Zelensky was, hey, Zelensky, we're going to give you a license to make Patriots. And he's talking about the Patriot missiles, which are a little bit bigger and heftier than the Stingray missiles. So if you want an idea, just think of the Jericho. Tony Stark's Jerichos, except it doesn't break into little smaller missiles and blow up the thing. It's just one big missile that does exactly the same thing. And he's saying this way he can't complain that we're not giving him enough. Make them themselves, because there's only two other countries that can make the Patriots. One is Germany, I think the other one's Japan.
Yeah.
So Ukraine would have been a third if that was the fact. So, as you saw earlier in the show, you saw they dangle, hey, we'll give you the license to make Patriot, but you're going to have to show us the dome. Guess what? Lindsey Graham goes and finds a secret dome facility in Kiev, right? Yeah. And he takes a picture of it, right? Guess, hey George, when you take a picture on the phone, what does that happen? What does it capture in that picture?
It captures your blood type, your thinking of what food that you're hungry for, and most importantly, a whole bunch of your skin, hair, and fabric that kind of makes the structure that is you.
Yeah, but it also captures your location position, doesn't it?
Oh, you want to go technical?
Yeah, I was talking about technical, George.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah,
in the metadata,
your geolocation. Where are you? Planet Earth.
Yeah.
More specifically, planet Earth, hemisphere. Which hemisphere? The left one. Okay, where in the left hemisphere? In the middle somewhere. And you just keep going.
Yeah, you'll keep going until
you get down to the electron.
Exactly. So guess what? He took a picture, has that metadata. He posted some metadata on his pages because we saw it, right? We just saw the picture of him at the secret dome site, right? The dome site. So guess what happens? We read that story. Oh, Graham is there. Missile comes, destroys that secret facility. Oh no! I guess the Patriots is off the table. Oh no! I guess and then there was the security risk for Trump. Remember Trump?
I remember Trump. Trump's Trump.
Yeah.
Trump.
Remember he had to leave from through a new old Air Force One instead of the new Air Force One
because of security concerns.
Right. So because of security concerns, they had to change planes. Lindsey Graham comes back, and a few days after that, morning of that day, Lindsey Graham is at the facility. Evening of that day, the drone strike hits the facility. It's gone. Also in the evening, Lindsey Graham dies. Also in the evening, that time, Trump is having security concerns and moves to another Air Force One plane. Oh, and then the Times leaks that there was a security situation that forced the president to move to another plane. I wonder who motivation would be that they're so mad that their secret drone facility was destroyed. Who would be motivated to cause assassinations plot? I don't think it would be the Russians because they got to destroy another tool that Zelensky would use to continue the war. So it wouldn't be the Russians in that case, even though Senator Graham is always trying to sanction them and be more high rhetoric. So it would have to be whoever was funding that secret drone facility. Just saying.
Yep.
All right. So, let's see. Matthew McConaughey at Joe Rogan. Tokyo posted this.
Nobody's stopping you, right? I mean, Miami, where even the mannequins have fake boobs.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's what I like about Miami because they're so open.
Yeah.
L.A. people get the face job and boob jobs and tummy tucks and how do you do that? I mean, you look great. They're like, I just take cold showers.
Right.
You know what I mean? But Miami's like, oh no, here, Dr. Juarez, go see him, man. He's great. I just left him. They're open about it. I love that about Miami. I'm there working on I think it was the Beach Bum. And I'm walking down through South Beach and there's this, under a palm tree on the beach, there's this purple and pink Lamborghini pulled in under a palm tree with the beach behind it. And there's this guy leaning back on it, the gold chain. He unbuttoned his silk shirt a couple times. He's greased up. And these guys over there taking pictures of it. I'm like going, what's going on here? Well, there's another guy come by, stop, you see him chat. All of a sudden, the new guy hops in on the trunk, leans back, does all the pauses. And I go up to the guy, what's going on here? He goes, oh man, I'm taking a picture for my Tinder cover. And I go, you are, but who's the other guy? He goes, oh no, he just came by and said like, hey man, you mind if I get a picture for my Tinder cover? And he paid me $50. I said, so that's not your car? No man, I rented this car for the day.
The car is paying back to himself, a rental.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. He's going all around town saying, I'm doing this for Tinder, for my Tinder page, and having all these guys come up and giving $50,
Yep.
And for a car like that, we actually did that. We actually went to a place, and it's $1,000 for a day, 1,300, I think.
1,000 smackaroonies
to rent a car like that. Remember, we went to the website and looked at it. So $1,000 for it. So this guy, all he has to do is get 100 guys, $50 a pop.
1,000 smackaroonies.
No, 50 times 100 is 5,000.
5,000 smackaroonies.
So basically,
this is not Andy Rooney either.
So basically, the guy rents it for $1,000, right? So that's his operating costs. he sells the privilege because all the other guys thinks that he's owning the car, and gives them $50 for it, right? So 100 guys, $50 a pop. He makes $5,000, so he makes a profit of $4,000 in a day.
That's a lot of smackaroonies.
Yeah, and before they say, "Oh, that's wonderful," so what he's going to do with the money? He's going to, save it, invest it, and all that? Hell no. The first one he's going to do is use first $1,000 to pay off for the next day to do the same thing, and then the other $3,000 to blow it on cokes and hookers. Duh.
Oh, geez, you gotta do the cokes and hookers.
Yes. I mean, you're not Miami if you're not doing the coke and hookers.
Yep.
New York Post. Jurassic Park star Sam Neill's dead at 78.
Yeah, that's just terrible, man.
Yeah.
I really loved him as Indiana Jones.
Yep.
I mean, Doctor something.
Hey, I enjoyed him as Merlin in that NBC show that didn't go anywhere miniseries.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I actually taped it and recorded it. I have it somewhere.
Well, la-dee-da.
I have it somewhere. I don't know where, but I have it somewhere. So listen to this story, George. This is from ISER. A judge dropped his pants off a dry cleaner in Washington, D.C. The cleaner lost him. He sued for $54 million. The cleaner offered him $12,000 to settle. He said no. He lost the case, lost the job, was suspended from practicing law.
What? That's so cartoonish.
Yeah, so Roy Peterson was an administrative law judge in Washington, D.C., the kind of person who spent their day deciding whether other people's lawsuit has merit. In May of 2005, he dropped a pair of gray trousers of the Custom Cleaners, a small drying cleaning shop owned by the Korean immigrants Jin and Shung Chung. When he came back to collect them, the pants were missing. The Chung said they found a pair they believed were his. Peterson said they were not his pants. He demanded $1,000 for the replacement suit. The Chunks refused, so Peterson filed a lawsuit. He initially asked for $67 million. He later reduced it to a more reasonable $54 million. I see what you did there, but I'll continue. His legal argument was built around two signs in the window of dry cleaner: satisfaction guarantee, same day delivery. Peterson argued those signs represent an unconditional, unlimited promise, and that any customer who was not satisfied could demand any compensation whatsoever. You're crazy. The $54 million broke down as follows: $500,000 attorney fees, even though he was representing himself; $2 million for personal inconvenience and mental distress; $90,000 to rent a car for 10 years to drive to a different dry cleaner.
A what?
Yeah. $51.5 million in additional damage on behalf of every DC resident he claimed was at risk from misleading dry cleaner signage. On the witness stands, Peterson broke down in tears. He had to take a break from testifying because he became too emotional while questioning himself about his own emotional distress. This sounds like bullshit, but I'm going to continue because this is so hilarious. The Chuns made three settlement offers: $3,000, $6,000 or $4,600, and then $12,000. Peterson rejected them all. 2 years of legal fees forced the Chuns to close two of their three dry clean shops. Judge Judith Bardnoff ruled in favor of the Chuns. She ordered Peterson to pay their court costs of $1,000. She ruled in her rulings a reasonable customer would not interpret satisfaction guarantee to mean the merchant is required to satisfy a customer unreasonable demand. Peterson appealed, and the appeal was rejected. He appealed again and was rejected again. He lost his judgeship in 2007. He sued for wrongful termination. He lost that in 2. In 2020, the D.C. Court of Appeal suspended him from practicing law for 90 days. He called his damage figure shocking, and his limitations tactics had crossed the boundary into abusiveness. A judge who spent his career deciding if other people's lawsuit had merit sued a dry cleaner for $54 million over a pair of pants, turned down $12,000, lost the case, lost his job, lost his law license for 90 days. And unfortunately, this is true because here's CNN talking about the story. Why did I bring up this story?
Why are you torturing us? Billy, why?
Because this is the lawfare that was so prevalent in DC before Trump came in. That means think about it, George. He had somehow, in his twisted view, he thought he could wring out $54 million from a dry cleaning business.
That's a lot of change.
That means that he was effectively trying to kill off their livelihood.
Oh, that blows.
So this judge thought that he was all that, and that he was going to teach these Korean assholes a lesson and never work in this town again. But somehow common sense was still around, and I guess BIPOC by BIPOC, it canceled out, so they had to do merit, George.
Oh no, not merit.
Yeah, and merit says this judge was full of shit. Speaking of which, Colonel Talon Watkins, holy crap, it just dawned to me. Flock is the Phoenix program. The Jason group set up a sensor program that automated the kill cycle in Vietnam. It was a sensor program that tracked people and then automatically would kill them when triggered. It was rightfully very controversial at the time because Jasons were academics that specialized in experimental physicists and science and had all the Q clearance and were on call to DARPA, CIA, and the college campuses were primarily anti-war. The sensors were deployed along routes, roads, rivers to track down all movements. Do you understand how easy it would be to integrate into a flock configuration, issue kill orders remotely, send electronic bursts to disable electric vehicles, leaving it easier to get a hit team to get to you? You all think it may be crazy, but the CIA does this all the time in the U.S. and has for the last 75 years without automation. They've been testing the automated versions all over the world using classification to hide it. If you think this isn't coming here, you lost your mind. It all comes here, including assassinating presidents. All right. So now we know. It's a device that can turn off your car's electronic and make it easier to be captured and tagged and bagged.
Oh.
Polymarket money. Paramount is preparing to move his headquarters and redirect much of his hundreds, thousands, million, $30 billion in spending out of California.
I remember the Tom Cruise movie. Show me the money. Show me the money.
Yeah, Jerry Maguire.
Yeah.
Help me to help you. Help me in helping you.
Yes.
What do you need? I need you to say, show me the money. Louder. Show me the money. Louder. Show. Are you going to watch Digger?
What the hell is that movie about? I saw the trailer. It doesn't make any sense.
Basically, a rich narcissistic Texan oil person causes a huge world-ending event because of his corporate greed, and the president says, "You dug us into this, so you're gonna have to take us out of this."
That's it.
Basically, and there's a lot of funny stuff happening in betweens.
I still don't know what the story is about.
A fat, rich Texan oil tycoon causes a giant explosion of tectonic proportion that will destroy the cause a massive tidal wave if it isn't stopped. So him and everybody else, including the president, are trying to stop that climatic disaster and having laugh all the ways, bubbling themselves into success or failure, depending on
So
what.
the guy breaks off a chunk of ice. The ice is going to destroy a city.
No, it's going to destroy all.
They want to nuke the ice.
Yes, or something to the effect.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But
They're gonna. Yeah. No. Basically, he said no. What's the damage? It's going to be $16 trillion. The president should have left. Well, we're already $30 trillion. We're already $40 trillion in debt. What's another 16? Oh, by the way,
Lindsey Graham was definitely on your side when it comes to Iran and the threat, them not having a nuclear weapon. It looks like they're back at their business trying to take over the Strait. What's your response?
Well, we're taking over the Strait. They have nothing. They've got nothing. So something that nobody knows, yesterday they had an 11-hour meeting. Everything's 11 hours with these guys. You can't settle a one sentence in 1 hour, in 1 minute. It should be 1 minute. And everything was agreed to yesterday. And they leave the room, and they call back, and they say, we had to make a couple of changes. I said, changes? They got to make changes? We're not going to make changes. Always changes. They just, they're professional negotiators. That's all they are. That's
taking back the Strait. Only heard that 15 times already, but we were supposed to be controlling it for a while now. We are controlling it, but this is for the idiots in the back. It's called repetition, It's like when the teacher says A, B, C, and have everybody repeat it. Because the people in the front already got it, but they have to keep repeating because the people in the back hasn't gotten it.
I don't even call them good at it.
I'm of the opinion that the Iranian military or whatever,
they
were just buying themselves time.
I'm in opinion that the Iranian military doesn't have a military, and what they're fighting right now are private military organizations.
You mean just the little people?
No, I'm talking about the mercenaries. Hire mercenaries.
Yeah, are you saying the contractors that are out of work? Is that what you're saying? They're fighting right now?
Huh?
Mercenaries are contractors, right?
Yes.
So you're telling me the American government right now is fighting contractors that have been effectively out of work because the heads of the Iranian
they weren't
done.
They weren't hired by the Iranians, George.
Oh, these are outside contractors.
Correct. That wants the war continue.
Oh, okay.
So I'll broadly say this is from, you can say, City of London, because who had control of the Strait before Trump and the U.S. came into place? Tell us. Who was covering the insurance?
All right, I get you. I see.
Got anything. They got nothing from me. But if you look, for 47 years, they've been tapping people along, presidents. Every president got tapped along, didn't do anything, and they became more and more powerful. This should have been done 47 years ago. Shouldn't have been allowed to start. But Clinton let him go, and Bush let him go.
47. I get the joke.
Everybody let him go, and Obama was the worst of all because Obama actually went to their side. Obama, because, he's let's not say. Let's leave that for another time. He was terrible, and he allowed Iran to, but he gave them $1.7 billion in cash, in green cash, put in satchels in an airplane and brought to Iran. $1.7 billion. Do you know what that is? Did you ever see Did you ever see $1 million in cash? This is $1.7 billion. It took up an entire Boeing 757, and they flew it to Tehran, and they gave it to people that were waiting at a plane. Can you imagine these people? They never saw money, and now all of a sudden they've got $1.7 billion in cash, and he gave them hundreds of billions of dollars in cash and everything else. And he went to their side, and because of that, they became much more powerful because of Obama and Biden, who was the vice president, but he probably had nothing to say because he was not such a stupid person. But then Biden.
I remember the video that Biden was showing shortly before Trump won office, and was talking about how he got the prosecutor of Ukraine fired, who was investigating into his son's Burisma dealings.
Yeah, he boasted about actually committing a crime.
Yeah,
I mean, holy smokes!
That's what I'm getting. Their view were twisted. They felt they were untouchable. George, untouchable.
Biden, when Biden came in, and then I held him down. I stopped him, and the JCPOA, I stopped it, and stopped it really, really powerfully. I ended that agreement. Was the worst. Somebody said C. Maybe it's the C. It ends with the C. That agreement is the worst agreement that has been signed by this country. That's the top 5 bad agreements. And that basically gave them everything. And they built and built and built. And they were minutes away from a nuclear weapon. Mm-hmm. Had I not terminated the agreement, the Iran nuclear deal, it's called, they would have had a weapon then.
Yeah, and what Trump did was kill the main node over there, which was Salamandi. Remember?
Yeah.
We kill Salamandi. He died like a dog. I'll tell you, I saw him begging for his life, and he just popped, and they popped him dead. Can you believe it? All right, President Trump announces the U.S. will likely run, quote unquote, the Strait of Hormuz, and expects America to be paid for it by the world. We are going to guard it. We're going to get paid for guarding it. A lot of money. We want to be reimbursed for putting our people in danger. We had a deal. They always break it. We're going to hit them very hard. We'll probably just run the straits. We'll be the guardian angels, and we should be reimbursed for that. That's the whole thing. That's the whole point. It was never going to be controlled by Iran. It was going to always be by us. And now the optics is there. Hey guys, we tried to do it the right way, but the external paramilitary organization continued to attack us. Oh no, our militaries who have precise coordinates of where they're going, we could destroy them at any time, but we're not doing it because we need the optics to do it. But we're going to do the optics, and once we get people on board on our side, then we'll terminate all those contracts and take over Hamas, where we'll get trillions upon trillions of dollars.
Yeah, thanks for the optics, guys.
Yeah, thank you. We're going to get paid for it. We're going to be rich. We're going to be rich so badly, they're not even going to know how bad we were rich. You're going to get that sovereignty check, that sovereign wealth fund check, that dividend checks. It's not just going to be $1,700 that I give to the military. It's going to be a $5,000 checks every year. And once we get more money, we're giving every month $5,000 checks. And then you decide if you want to work 40 hours a week or 1 hour a week or no hours and be fine with the $5,000.
Yeah, you live the life of what was it again? Scandinavia or whatever those countries were that said, "Yeah, I'm only working 2 hours a week and I'm getting paid for 40."
Exactly.
Yeah, America sucks.
Exactly. We'll get all the money. We'll live the style of what we're paying just for ourselves. Colonel Talon Watkins, if y'all haven't been reading the Iowa beef story and how they jump in bed with the New York mob. Hey, George.
I got nowhere to go.
Hey, George, here's a story for you. The Iowa beef Just be in bed with the New York mob. It's a book made in heaven, kind of like your Maple Mafia.
Yeah, it's like, what are you talking? Are you? Is this brisket sacrilege? What the hell, man?
They'll sell you diseased meat that found when grown men vomit, sold it after blending into prisons, military, and school. The FDA inspectors were on the take. The FBI, DOJ, judges, and a few dedicated police detectives in New York worked on it for about 15 years. It could never pierce the mafia, not because they didn't have evidence, but because their witness all ended up dead, which at some you'll think the body would pile up, would be in face evidence in and of itself. Well, it's kind of hard when it grind up the body to meat paste. Iowa beef became the big beef king via cheating. Then they will sabotage anyone who tries to compete. This is critical to understand. If you don't have competition, you don't have capitalism. You have crony capitalism or semi-monopolies that collude you to screw us. If the justice system can't ensure fair competition, we don't have a country. We have a prison system that only allows you the illusion of freedom until you hit the walls of your cell. If you attempt to escape, you'll be destroyed. So what she's talking about? Grant stole big beef, got caught mixing foreign meat into small ranchers' product because they became too successful.
Oh, jeez.
So, let's see. Justin Patet, Bill Santa Corota, beef finishing cattles on carrots, sustainable alternative to conventional feedlots that went viral for its taste and the fact that none of the sugar metabolizing the meat due to low ruminant stomach works. Then a large meat processor was caught mixing foreign beef with Santa Cora product, burning the company for millions of dollars. The founder put his planning. They have no intention of settling and only wants to put us out of business. This is exactly what happened in an industry where Ford company controls 85% of the American beef process and have leverage to squeeze, undercut, and destroy any independent operation that gets too big to matter. But these guys were making good old beef. It tasted like a big beef. They wanted to put their beef into the biscuit.
Wow.
We're going to offer them a offer they can't refuse. Send them the horse head. They'll understand. Bill Mitchell, is Trump quietly flipping an entire hemisphere? 7 straight. That's the current record for Trump-backed candidates in Latin America. 7 elections, 7 wins, 0 losses. Ecuador, Bolivia, Honduras, Chile, Costa Rica, Colombia, one after another, voters are ditching the socialist experiment and reaching for something that actually worked. That's not luck. That's not coincidence. This is what happened when USAID stopped bankrolling the left-wing network across the region and voter gets an honest choice for once. The pink tide is receding fast and it's leaving a lot of empty beach behind. Meanwhile, the media keeps calling us this a fluke, country by country, election by election, as if 7 is not a pattern. At some point, you will stop calling it an accident and start calling it a wave. So imagine that USAID ends and 7 countries have turned to right wings, conservatives. You know?
Yep.
Elon Musk has something to say. Manufacturing a product is 10 times more work than designing it. Manufacturing is underrated and design is overrated. People generally think this eureka moment where you come up with an idea and that's it, now it's good. But there's literally 1,000%, maybe 10,000% more work that goes into a production system than the thing itself. The amount of effort that goes into designing rounds down to 0 relative to the effort that goes down to manufacturing system. If people have not been in manufacturing of something relatively new, they don't understand. They think these productions is like a copier. This is completely false. So this is Elon Musk explaining. I have to build everything from the ground up because there isn't a system for it.
Oopsie.
Yeah. Whoopsies. Eric, Secretary of State of Mark Rubio has just stunned the world launching a plan to destroy the International Criminal Court's threats to American sovereignty. Mark Rubio just confirmed no globalist judge has any authority over Americans. International law has no effects in America. As we speak, the ICC and its friends are waging a war against our country, not with bullets or missiles, but with statutes and compacts, the force of so-called international laws. They believe they should be in charge of your laws, your country, your life, and they don't care whether or not you agree. Halfway across the world, there's an institution that calls itself the International Criminal Court. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't. The chances are you don't know the names of its judges, its prosecutor, or presidents. It's a global tribunal staffed by unelected globalist bureaucrats who claim their powers is almost unlimited, and the danger of this global court has only continued to grow. It threatens every aspect of our political and legal system. Border Patrol agents removing violent criminals from our country. American Marines risking their lives to defend our homelands, prosecute our work, and dismantle terrorist plots to attack and kill Americans. If we stand idle, all of them would be at the mercy of foreign judges thousands of miles away, facing the constant risk of prosecution and even imprisonment for so-called crime of defending their own country. American people will never agree to any of this, and they never will. Read the words of the Declaration of Independence. We fought a revolution against a foreign power, transporting us beyond the sea to be tried for pretended offenses. Independence is a birthright. We'll never let foreign bureaucrats take that away from us. This administration will not sit as the ICC and its allies continue to threaten our people. If they believe they can deprive us of our sovereignty, we will teach them the full meaning of American resolve.
Yeah, we'll just pay more at the in the taxes.
Yeah, well, yeah, the tariff. We'll hike up the tariff to 200%. Didn't see that coming. This from Dr. Halley. President Trump reportedly received a text message from Norway Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Store urging President Trump to lower the temperature and de-escalate the rhetoric on Greenland. Trump fired back with a brutal one-liner that ended the conversation. Here's how the exchange went. Store, dear Mr. President, dear Donald, we believe we all should work to take this down and de-escalate. Trump, considering your country decided not to give me a Nobel Peace Prize for having stopped 8 wars plus, I no longer feel an obligation to think purely of peace. Greenland will be ours.
What? Seriously?
Dear Donald, we believe we all should work to take this down. Trump responding with a jab. Considering your country decided not to give me the Nobel Peace Prize for having stopped 8 wars plus, I no longer feel an obligation to think purely of peace. Now, dear Donald.
Trump threatened terrorists in showdown over Greenland.
Okay, go back. Hey, did you make that shit up?
Which part?
The part where Greenland will be ours.
Yeah, that was my part.
Okay, because that was convincing, man.
Oh, man. It'll be ours, one way or the other. Breaking, a federal judge just nullified Trump's $1.776 billion. I see what you did there. 1776 billion IRS settlement, ruling it had no viable basis in law or facts, finding that there was never a real legal dispute, and refer Trump's attorney to the Florida bar for possible discipline. Scott McFarlane, federal judge in Florida, released a scathing takedown of Trump's slush funds, Trump's sweetheart IRS immunity deal, in a lawsuit of Trump filed against his own IRS. The judge ordered sanction and possible bar discipline against Trump's lawyer in the lawsuit. So, blah, blah, blah. So, you can read it here. But the point that you want to get through this is either two things are going to happen. One, Trump's going to appeal it, and they're going to win, and this becomes moot. Or two, Trump is going to appeal it and lose, and basically another Florida judge will rule against it, and you have the judicial civil war continues. Or 3, Trump's appeal this and lose, and it becomes precedent. My inclination is that he should lose this. Why? Because it becomes precedent. Why would it become precedent? Because would Trump be the first president or vice president or cabinet members or politicians who have a slush fund, George?
Oh, not a slush fund.
So that means if Trump can't have a slush fund in a sweetheart IRS deal, that means any politician with a slush fund won't be able to get immunity as well. If the president can't have it, that means everybody else can't have it either.
Man, spoils sports.
Spoils.
That's not fun.
So, and then people like things like, hey,
that's not fun.
Yeah, it's not fun. Let's see.
You get a spoiled slush fund. You get a spoiled slush fund. And you get a spoiled slush fund. Everybody gets a slushy.
Yes. You know, from 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven knows how to dispense it all.
Yep. All right, this is from Senator Jim Banks, Republican Indiana, is officially filing legislation to abolish birthright citizenship for the children of illegal aliens following the Supreme Court ruling. He's using Justice Brett Kavanaugh concurrence to get it done, per Fox News.
Wait. Hold on a second. The Supreme Court said birthright citizenship is legal.
No. They said that the president executive order, while is following the 14th Amendment, is actually against the law for the federal statutes. And then Brett Kavanaugh says, well, you just got to change the federal statutes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you just said.
It's saying that the amendment was for the blacks, but the Congress has laws that passed it that gives that ambiguity that any illegals can give birth here. So Congress, it's up to you to fix the language and close the loophole. Remember George?
I still don't understand what you're saying.
Remember, George, when they closed the loophole on the Election Act?
Oh, yeah. I remember that. The thing that they said doesn't exist after the election, it did exist, and they wanted to close it. Yeah, that was comical. That was sad and comical.
Exactly. So it's the same thing for this birthright citizenship. They have a loophole saying that it doesn't exist, but they have to close it so it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So
that was one of the most epic shows ever. Just that one piece in that show made it so epic. It's absolutely.
Oh, by the way,
stunning in its hypocrisy.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you know what's even more juicier about that? It forced Kamala Harris to abide by the new rules, which was certifying Trump.
You know, it's these little things here that make it easy for Canada to take over the United States. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
it's going to happen.
I know. Then we'll all be Canadians, and then we'll actually be funny because all our comedians comes from Canada, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. Lauren Green, William Shatner.
Yeah.
Dugan.
Dan Aykroyd.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, using SCOTUS one Kim Ark exception, Congress will move to deny birthright citizenship to birth tourists and children of illegal aliens that existing SCOTUS precedents. The Citizenship Act was specifically crafted based on the latest rulings. The bill texts, any person who entered the United States without authorization or for the purpose of engaging in birth tourism is considered an invader. Those invaders cannot get citizenship. This goes around the amendment process, which would be virtually impossible to accomplish. A very strong legislation that can stand up to judiciary. Yes, but this should be only a stopgap, and then you should go back to the amendment and actually put in the amendment. That way, any capricious politician in the future won't change it.
Whoa. Hold on. Wait. Whoa. Break.
Okay.
What the hell are you doing?
What?
Why are you using the word capricious? What the hell does that even word mean?
Capricious?
Yeah. It's like, what are you using fancy words here for?
What do you
mean?
It's
not a fancy word show, man. I'll take capricious for $75, Alex. What is capricious? Can you give it to me in a form of a sentence, please? It's
sure.
Capricious.
Yes.
That's like, okay, Alex, can I get a lifeline call now, please?
Wrong show. What is unpredictable, impulsive, prone to sudden or unaccountable changes in mood or behavior? Alex for 500. This man was capricious when he suddenly went from happy to sad to angry, and angry to happy.
Okay.
The stock market was capricious because the stock was high in the morning, but low in the evening.
Or you can go to Starbucks and order a capricious.
Okay. How about this? Your wife, George, is capricious at a certain time of the month.
Okay, that's getting too personal, sir. Every single time. I cannot be anywhere on this planet. You know how hard it is to get off this planet every month. Let's see. I already burned my bridges with Elon Musk. Let's see. The Russians. Yep, I burned my bridges with the Russians. All right. The only left is the Somalis with their, their big rubber band, ejection pods.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. See. Speaking of which, Bukele wins party nomination for third term as El Salvador president. Has been official, so he's running again for his third term. He's like, my good friend Donald Trump will also run for his third time. We should celebrate our third term together as presidents. You're thinking hard, right? Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Spaceball. This is from Discussing Films. The plot for Spaceball 2 has been revealed. Somehow, Dark Helmet has returned. 40 years after the events of the first Spaceball, 50 years after the events of Star Wars A New Hope, 1 year after the events of The Devil Wears Prada 2, the galaxy is once again under threat. A threat so evil, so unstoppable, so completely lacking an original idea that it is vowed to bring back the past, every last bit of it. With Lone Star in hiding, quit Vespa on the throne, and the Schwartz stretched thinner than a franchise releasing TV episodes theatrically, the only hope for a galaxy is Vespa's undisciplined son, Prince Starburst, and a mysterious palace advisor named Destiny. Prince Starburst and Destiny, huh?
I got nothing.
Together, they must find Lone Star, Yogurt, and any other iconic legacy character that the fans are demanding before they discover the hard way that while some threats you can fight, the reboot is not one of them. The new one. No, nothing. Gee, tough crowd tonight.
Yeah, I think they purposely leaked the synopsis to Spaceballs. I don't think anyone's going to be watching it.
All right. Spaceballs. Late night. GP. You heard about the moose your whole life and you think you got them figured out? Big deal, right? Wrong. There you're minding your own business when one appears, no warning, no sound, like a pickup truck with legs. Up close, you realize real quick you don't know how big a moose is until one decides you're standing in its living room. Do, 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 do. Hey, are you Rocky?
Where's Rocky?
Yeah, you're not Rocky. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's an amazing thing about nature.
Mm-hmm.
A moose, a bear, a shark, whatever.
Yeah.
They only attack you if they perceive you as a threat.
Right.
Right now, he looks at this human going like, yeah, he's a little too big to chew.
No, he's like, this person is drinking poison. I'm not going to mess with that. Papa Wolf and Campus, something. W4 News. A Florida man was arrested for attempting to baptize an alligator in a Waffle House using a pitcher of iced tea.
Shit. Oh, you can't make this shit up, man. Holy fuck.
The first comment, I couldn't predict a single word that would come up in this sentence.
Oh, good gosh.
But did he succeed? That's now we want to know.
Yeah, was he successful in the baptizing?
Yeah. He was trying to save that alligator's soul. All right. Synchronicity. A 30-year-old engineer is testing phone throughout his ship. He finds a really old crank-style phone, and he's trying to work out how to dial the bridge so he can test it. Let's watch his attempt.
All right, this is the phone, and it's got the little arrow here, but the arrow doesn't move, it's fixed. And the numbers don't move, they're fixed. So when I turn it...
That's not a phone. That's a hard drive.
Is it a hard drive?
Yeah, look at the casing. That's a hard drive. Continue.
I figured 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I would turn it to 5, let it go, and then turn it to 1, 2, 3, let it go to call 53. But it's not ringing you whenever I do that. So I don't know. All right, this is the phone.
Oh boy. All right. And then last but not least for tonight. Oh, they deleted it.
Oh, yeah, where was it?
This is from Don Luker, or was supposed to be from Don Luker. Hollywood fans are praising the method that the tidal wave disaster movie went through to deliver practical effects instead of using CGI or AI. I was going to
actually drown people.
No, the video was supposed to show them dropping water into a model city, a city of New York or whatever, to simulate a huge tsunami wave, right? But then, and say, hey, this is so practical effect. That's so cool, right? And this is not made out of CGI or AI, right? The fact that it doesn't exist, some of them must have pointed out, hey, you do realize that the whole video could have been AI, And I guess he probably checked and say, oh, this is AI. I look like an idiot.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. Oh, wait.
I can picture that.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, they did go ahead and make Lizzie Graham's sister, Darlene Graham, officially the interim senator from South Carolina.
All right, and now she's going to vote like Graham votes, right?
Yeah.
Great idea. And I'm sure that everyone here does as well.
Why does she get preference? Why couldn't Lizzie Graham's wife or nephew or brother-in-law, or newborn niece. Why couldn't she take over his job?
Well, to have a brother-in-law, that would be her. No, it wouldn't be brother-in-law because he doesn't have a wife. So that makes it. He adopted his sister. So technically, his sister is his daughter. So, yeah. So there you go. So that's why she's getting the thing. It's his daughter who's becoming senator.
Oh.
Because he adopted his sister after his parents died.
Yeah, that makes as much sense as the Florida story that you just brought up. By the way, let's end the Florida with a Florida story again. Just read it one more time.
It blew your mind away.
Yeah, that was like perfection. I mean, I feel exactly like the commentator. There's no way for me to predict the next word in whatever the sentence is going to make up. It's just not possible.
All right. WFOR 4 News. A Florida man was arrested for attempting to baptize an alligator in a Waffle House using a pitcher of iced tea.
Yep.
Official Jake Brill. I couldn't predict a single word that would come up in this sentence.
That's just beautiful.
Sometimes stories just write themselves, George.
You think?
Yeah.
Like the Odyssey?
Oh,
God.
Artists should be allowed to interpret their views and creative passions of how they're going to do so. Okay, that's cool. We allow creativity, but if you're going to say you're going for historical accuracy, then you're off the mark.
Yeah, the next Superman movie, they're gonna make Superman black, trans, gay, walrus. You'll see.
Yeah, just
and
like
that.
What?
People are, what people are going to complain about?
Just like that Kevin Smith movie.
No. You know what people are going to complain about?
The walrus wasn't gay enough.
No. Yeah, they're going to be complaining about the walrus, not the other labels. They're going to be complaining about the walrus label. You know why?
Why?
Because that's insane.
No. They're going to complain because that would be animal cruelty. How dare Lex Luthor be fighting a transgender black walrus creature?
Thingy. Yep.
Yeah. How dare you?
Yep.
It's always a white man putting down endangered species.
Yep.
Technically, if you want to look at it in a different way, Superman is an endangered species, and Lex Luthor is trying to kill an endangered species.
Oh shit, that's actually good. Oh, that is good. Oh, that concept is really, really good. It's not Lex Luthor versus Superman.
Yeah.
It's Lex Luthor versus the tree huggers.
Mm-hmm.
And the tree huggers will always prevail because they're just stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is so good.
Yeah, when they find
concepts.
Yeah, just imagine Lex Luthor's greatest enemy is not going to be Superman. It's going to be all the crazy progressive lunatic because he's trying to kill an endangered species. He's the last of his species.
Yes, you can't destroy Metropolis. Metropolis is a heritage location now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can't destroy Metropolis because Superman lives there,
Yeah.
And therefore, we got that metropolis is a heritage foundation location.
So you know what they're going to do, right? What? They're going to lawsuit him out of existence.
Well, yeah, they do have the
power of law. Imagine Lex Luthor becoming poor, a poor mad scientist, because his company was bankrupt because he was trying to kill the last son of Krypton, which, you know, they all know because Lois Lane made the last son, wrote, you know, he's from world that exploded, and he's no longer, you know.
Yeah.
He's no longer a species. He's one of his last of his kind.
Oh, that is good.
All right, folks. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to Blonde Golf Girl. Thank you to our Lurkers bots. George, any final thoughts before we jump?
Let's see how quickly the AI can write that Superman story.
Fairly quick, but you don't know if it's right. All right. We'll see you tomorrow for more, because it's going to heat up.
I believe that together we can make America great again. I believe that together